to invite Anthony Goff from the Central City Business Association. I have to say that the colour of your suit has sparked off an imaginative set of thinking around the table about what you would be presenting us with today.
We're going green.
And we all lost the bet.
Tim's and I have to say that Sean also, one of our but it is spectacular as always, so thank you. It's wonderful to see you.
Lovely, thank you very much. And thank you for giving me the time to briefly talk to you. I'm talking on behalf of the Central City Business Association, which it's not only the retailers, it's actually the business association. A lot of the councillors here won't be aware of exactly what it does, so there was a little brief history, and I'm not going to read it, just for that's in there. What are we doing? Well, we're the organisation. I don't get paid. There's about 10 of us on the committee. The only person that ever gets paid in the Central City Business Association is our manager, and our manager happens to be one of our councillors here, Councillor Lonsdale, which is fantastic. So he knows the inside workings, but it is critical that we have a voice that works with the council, not against the council. You'll notice we never criticise the council, and it's a deliberate act on our part. If we have a grumble, we'll do it behind closed doors. And if you don't have the business community working with council, we will never get the centre city going. It will take so much longer. There's an organisation that's running there. You don't have to do anything to keep it going in the way you'd normally have to. But what you have done is you have been funding us. We were looking to do a targeted rate, and there's this horrible thing called the earthquake hit us. And so that no longer was appropriate because there's no businesses running there. So we do need this ongoing support from council. We used to get 150,000 from council. It's been reduced to 100. My notes say, hey, we can live with that. And you know, my thing is, thank you, council, for recognising the importance of Central City. A comment that I made at the end of my submission was really quite simple. It said, we're in uncharted waters. The CBD needs real help to re-establish itself. Every year that passes without a trading CBD allows more urban sprawl and means it will take longer to get our CBD strong again. Please do not take your eyes off the ball. We are counting on a forward-thinking, visionary new council. The CCBA is an organisation that can help weave the community fabric of CBD occupants during the building of our new city. We are the Central City Business Association, and the building a network of businesses as a distinct from a network of buildings is most important in terms of attraction and retention of occupants. The CBD can provide this business community and a collective voice in the matters, and our constitution has this and allows us to address it. Now, there were a couple of other things I wanted to talk about. One was car parking, which I'm sure everyone gets pretty excited about, but I think council is too. If you had the centre city is no different from a suburban mall. If you said to Northlands, hey, sorry folks, you know, your car park's out of commission, you don't need a car park, no one pays for these, you still got your shops. The Northlands would die overnight. We mustn't forget that it could also die overnight if we didn't provide a car park. And I know you're working really hard on it, and don't give us a gold-plated car park, just patch the old one, folks, would be my comment. It's a lot cheaper to patch than you might imagine. And I'm happy, you are aware that I have got a funder behind me. It's not me, and the Mayor and others are aware who it is. It's a substantial person who is interested in car parking and said he'll pay for fixing your Litchfield Street car park, run it for you, and take the revenue to pay it off. Council own it, there'll be no caveat on it or anything. Got to be something you've got to look hard at. And it means you're not having dip into your pockets. Whatever you can get out of your insurance company, keep. It's what I believe. It's a totally transparent operation. The tram, absolutely passionate about the tram. I was offered a tram driver's uniform today, but I turned it down.
Well, we're very pleased. We're pleased to hear that. They're rather dull.
The tram, look, the tram, Christchurch City has put a huge amount of money into the tram. Yeah. There's only 50 metres track that's not laid for the thing to work as the two loops. For goodness sake, we then put the power lines above. Don't worry about that bit beyond Litchfield Street, but you can go up there, put a set of points, bring it back round the back of the cathedral. We must get the tram going. Every bit of promotion you ever see overseas, the tram sits in it. And we should be latching onto that. We should make use of that. And we've got a tram company here who I don't think make any money out of this damn thing, but they're passionate about wanting to run it. Hey, let's go with them. Let's have them on board. And for a very small amount of investment, we can get it going. You've done the points on the corner of Lichfield, corner of Worcester and Oxford Terrace. They're already in place. The tram lines are down. Thank you, Mr. Government. They're going to redo the bit of tram lines along the Oxford Terrace. I don't know why they want to straighten it, but hey, it's their money, so that's good. And you don't
It's
have
actually our money.
Well, but
I mean,
it doesn't.
Collectively, taxpayer, ratepayer,
Correct,
save in Christchurch.
I'm very conscious that council's finances are stretched, as anyone in Christchurch is on the rebuild. And I believe that that's a critical thing, and I'd ask you revisit and allocate some money so we can get that tram up and running. And I'm going to finish there, so you've got some time to ask me some questions.
Yeah, well, I want, except for not starting with you, Paul, you've a vested interest there. I just thought that your comment about the concept of a targeted rate for business improvement. In New York City, they have business improvement districts, BIDs, they're known as. And what that enables is a community or a community of businesses to come together and to provide the kind of amenity that suits their own neighbourhood. And but they pay for it themselves, and the council assists that through collecting that targeted rate, but it basically goes to the local business association in conjunction with the local community in order to either provide, beautification, or to provide additional maintenance, or to provide extra security or whatever. But actually, when one is chosen, if the beautification is chosen, the chances are they need less security. If it's an ironic thing, but one thing supports another outcome. But are you interested in pursuing that concept of business improvement districts?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
You'll notice my submission talks about us wanting to pursue the targeted rate. We were well down that track at the time of the earthquakes. We actually had got all the property owners, because you need to get the property owners over the line first, and they can then pass it on to their tenants.
Yeah.
So we were there, but at the moment the property owners aren't collecting any money, so if we went for a vote, we'd get a resounding no. So it's not the right time now, but we're progressing back into that. We have got that group that we're working with, and there's a thing called the Retail Focus Group that has been initiated by the Central City Development Unit, and we're working closely with that, and the chairman of that happens to be Philip Richards from Ballantyne's. Yep. So yes, we see a targeted rate as the only way, but we need this interim for council support, so we don't let the Central City Business Association die and there's a void there and nothing happens. That will just put the city backwards.
Yep, no, agreed. Paul?
I just wanted to thank Anthony, because you may not be aware, but Anthony's been the head of the Business Association as chairman for 8 years. He's donated his time and his effort and his passion and his colour, as we see here today. Outstanding suit, Anthony. And I just want to say thanks very much for the work you've done and your positivity towards the city centre.
Thank you very much.
Yep. David?
Yes, I too would like to thank you, Anthony, for your enthusiasm and ableism in getting the city up and running again, and it's more of a statement. I hope your project starts up again very soon. It will.
Thank you.
Ellie?
I just had a question, Anthony, great suit, and nice shoes too, about your association working with the bars around town. Do you have representatives on that? Are they counted as a business in your group?
Yes, we do. We've actually got Clyde Weston as one of the 10 of the executive, and he's on the liquor group that represents Centre City. We've also got a hotelier on board, that's Tim from the Ibis. So we've been quite strategic, although technically we're meant to have all these people voted on. I'd have to say I'm slightly naughty. I go shoulder tapping and say, why don't you put your name forward? I'm sure you could get on. So we've been very careful who we've got on that team, and it's got a broad section where you've got a person from C1 Cafe, so he's able to represent High Street. We've got Sean Stockman from Litchfield Street, who's a property person. So they're very strategic. Yes, I agree. Bars are critical, and probably I'm the largest person in town of both size and in bar operation.
Jimmy Chen?
Question. Can you please confirm with us regarding to the restart, the heart, the trust? Because restart probably back to 2 years ago was born out from Central City Business Association, just for temporary the purpose for vitalize whole Central City. But whether from our own, from now on, still remain this trust or combined with the original Central City Business Association?
Yes, we work very closely with them, but they are a separate entity. I said I was a bit too close to that to sort of push that, because people might say I had a vested interest, which would be totally true. And so that does operate. You'll see from my notes that I've given you my submission, we actually gave him $100,000 of 150, so it didn't give left very much to pay this man's salary. In fact, it didn't give enough, but we've made savings in other years. So yes, we do support them. It is not there for the long run. The lease that they're about to move into is a 12-month only, so it will run out in May 2015. There's a possibility it might be extended, but as soon as there's replacement retail available shops, we see it as shutting down.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and I'm sure I've expressed the views of everyone here that we hope that your development is underway again soon, and we're really looking forward to seeing that become part of the jewel in the crown of our city centre. So thank you for
very
coming.
much. Wonderful.